Hey,
Morning, Philip.
howdy, Lori. How you doing down there in the South?
Oh, I'm amazing down here in the South. Spring or fall has come, so the weather is cooler.
Nice,
My favorite
nice.
time of year.
It's your favorite time of year to fall. Fall is your favorite time of year.
I like early spring and fall are my favorite times of year.
Yeah, I like the changing of the leaves. That's my favorite thing about
Yes,
the fall. Well, this is your show. This is the
it is.
velocity wealth protection. But we're going to have a nice conversation together just about all the changes, that wonderful, lovely, new logo you have. That's it's beautiful. Love the new logo. And also you've been kind of transitioning and rebranding yourself. And so we want everybody that's on the line to kind of get familiar with the new Lori Stai, right?
Okay.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting. So tell me a little bit about, like why you decided to kind of make the shift first.
Well, there's a big history behind, I guess, behind everything, right? We all have a big history behind every decision we make in life, right? We're
Yes.
driven by our experiences, we're driven by our challenges, we're driven by our wins. For me, after being, I've been self-employed 40 years.
Mhm.
So I've had, this is technically my 20th business. I've been in 7 different complete separate industries.
Wow.
And um, I have always been ultra solopreneur, serialpreneur, in aggressively independent. Um, and in 2020, I had the opportunity to actually find, I guess, a home with Symmetry Financial Group and ultimately SWAT, who is Nate Offord, who is a mentor to me,
Mhm.
ultimately. And so for the first time in my life, I aligned myself with a group of people who had like thinking as I do.
You found your
We
tribe.
I found a tribe, which is
Yes.
which is a big deal for me because I've never been good at that. And my goal here has been ultimately to do the work on myself through personal development. I spent most of 2020 in a personal development mode, traveling and hiring a business coach and allowing myself to be mentored and to see the world from other people's perspective, to kind of get out of my own, the lane I'd been in for so many years. And the result of that has been um, really just wanting to take what I have found here. This is a phenomenal platform. This is the insurance industry, financial industry. But what they have created here is absolutely phenomenal in the core values and the way that they see people and the
Mhm.
way that people can go from literally, we have people here who are living in their cars homeless, and we have people who are doctors and surgeons and lawyers and engineers who have
Wow.
given up hundreds of thousands of dollars of student loan education and $500,000 a year jobs, but they took 800 hours a week of their life, and they're making 10 times more here. And they're doing that by going out and helping other people find that path. This
Mhm.
is the most selfless group of people I've ever met.
They have a word for that. Hungry.
Hungry. Yes. But it's more than that. I mean, look at,
Mm.
we've got hundreds of people in this organization that they've, as I say, made their bones. They did the work, they put in the time, they created the team, they poured into other people, they showed other people the path, and
Mm.
they will make millions of dollars a year and never get out of bed.
You said millions of dollars, right? Is that with an M or
Yes, that's with an M.
yeah, it was an M. Okay.
So that's literally an accurate statement.
It says
And
so
but
does millions of dollars have an extra zero, couple zeros to it, then like 100,000?
again,
Yeah, it does, right? Yeah, I just
Yeah,
want
yeah,
to,
yeah.
I want to paint the picture clearly for those, because most of us have never seen $1 million,
Well,
so it's
we actually do a whole video on this because the average person who starts working at 18, even in a minimum wage job, will make an average of $2 million by the time they retire. But they'll retire with less than $65,000 to their name. That's a national average. It's pretty scary.
so
Um,
repeat that average again. Just some things need to resonate.
Average person with a regular W-2 minimum wage job working
Mhm.
40 hours a week from 18 to 65 will make about $2 million. So we're all millionaires at some
So
point,
wait. So I
somehow.
could. Are you pretty much saying that I've made $1 million already? I just haven't been able to keep it.
That's well, it's not even really, is it how we keep it, or is it what we do with it as we make it? And so
Oh,
here's the thing, right?
okay.
You can take, this is what I do every day. This is, my passion. But let's go back
Talk
to
to me. Talk to me.
let's
I'm
go back
feeling
to
it.
how we got to velocity wealth protection. So being a
Okay.
part of SWAT and Symmetry Financial Group,
Hmm.
I did this for a year and a half and then came to the conclusion that this is really going to be my home. This is where I'm going to create my legacy for not
Hmm.
just my family, not just for me, my financial legacy for me and my future, but that for generations to come. What I'm doing here will allow generations of my family to come to enjoy the wealth that I make now because of the structure of this company. And so that led me to, okay, well, there are multiple agencies, SWAT, etc. And so Velocity Wealth Protection is my branding under the flagship of Symmetry and SWAT. And
Hmm.
what we do here is think about this. If you make $2 million in your life, we're all millionaires over a period of our working years.
Hmm.
What if we were to say, okay, you're making $2,500 a month?
Hmm.
Everybody has disposable income, no matter how broke they are.
Wow.
And what we mean by that is everybody goes out and buys a Starbucks. Everybody has cable. Not everybody has cable, but everybody has something that they're spending money on that they could sacrifice, that they could take out and put that budget somewhere else for a short period of time, short-term
Hmm.
sacrifice for a long-term gain. So what if we could turn your minimum wage job into a millionaire foundation? So let's talk about it. There's two ways to do that. One is, here's a fun fact, guys. There are more millionaires in the insurance business, life insurance, than there is any other industry on the planet, with the exception of pro sports, but it's not per capita.
Well, I mean, okay, we can't compare it to pro sports because pro sports,
Well,
you
no,
have to.
I only say that for an accuracy statement. Okay, so
Okay,
I'm
no,
just saying,
no. What I mean is, most of us won't make it to the NBA,
nope.
but a lot
But
of us can
all
be.
of us, but
Yeah.
all of us, pretty much every person out there who wants to make a decision to do something bigger with their life can come in and start a business. Okay, listen up here, guys. Where else on the face of the planet can you start a business that can lead you to be a millionaire in 2 to 5 years for $300
And you
average?
don't have to be 6 feet tall.
And you don't have to be 6 feet tall. You have to go through a course that costs you
Mhm.
$100. You have to go get your license, which most states cost somewhere between 50 and $100. You have to get your fingerprints. Usually costs about $35. Okay, that's the investment in order to come in here, get free training, free coaching, free mentoring, and go through our university, which gives you the ability um, to, to create what it is that makes these people millionaires. Now, listen to this though. These guys literally, they do not have to get out of bed anymore. The ones that came before us. My mentor, been here 8 years. He, 7 years. His income's about 8 million. I don't know. It's 8 million a year, something like that. But 2 to 5 years, this can be you, because they've failed and fallen down and got back up and created a system that now works for pretty much anybody. Whether you come from McDonald's or you come from an engineering background, doesn't matter. It's a simplified system that people can follow to build something that allows them to take their time back, right? Because it's your business, that allows you to go out and help your friends and family do the same thing. It's a business where you get to go out and help other people protect their money and protect their families and protect their assets, right? And like I said, we have this whole company full of people who've already done this. They don't have to get out of bed.
No, let me ask you this.
They get out of bed every day, and they are the people who become your trainers. They become the people who are your mentors, because we're a pay it forward company.
So I have two questions. I have two questions for you. Two quick, as it popped into my mind, right? First is your name of the company is Velocity Wealth Protection. So it sounds to me, you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, the wealth protection is not necessarily for somebody who has millions of dollars. It can also apply to somebody who has thousands of dollars, or hundreds of dollars, because you can help them, right? First of all, you're teaching people how to, by the name, I'm guessing that you're teaching people how to protect their money, but also how to grow their money. Tell us a little bit about that process. Tell us a little bit about that. Okay, and then I'll ask you my part B.
Yeah, we're going back to the average person and the disposable income they have. So imagine this. Imagine you make $2,500 a month. And most people, who are living paycheck to paycheck, paying their bills, are living pretty close to the best. But if we were to sit down and do a budget for them, they have what we call, a disposable income, or inefficient funds. Inefficient funds are your cable, your Starbucks. You go out to dinner 5 times a month. There are things that you spend that you could do without comfortably. And so imagine if we were to take $200 or $300 of that, or if you're contributing to a 401k, we show you how to make that money even bigger and safer than it is in a 401k, and put it someplace where you can see your money grow at a rate where, let's just say you put $500 a month in it. Let's say you have a car payment and a credit card. A credit card, for most people who are paying a minimum payment on it, will never be paid off. I mean, wow. It's unbelievable. And we show, the amount of interest you pay. So somebody's eating lobster while you're eating mac and cheese, so you can make that payment. So we show people how to utilize that little bit of money they're putting in here by making sacrifices for a year or two, not for life, to get that stuff paid off, eliminate that, take those payments they're making and add it to whatever, little bit we find for that, and start growing their wealth, right?
So what about that person that says, I need my credit card? What are you talking about, getting rid of my credit card?
I didn't say get rid of your credit card. I said pay it off.
Okay.
No, we don't get rid of our revolving credit. Here's the thing. I have a credit card. I still use it every month. But I take out of my wealth account and I pay it off every month. And you know why I do that? Because one, I don't have to pay interest on it. I get the points. And the payment that I make on it, I earn interest on in my account before I pay it off. So not only am I not paying interest, I'm gaining points, but I'm earning interest on the payment before I make it.
That's like, wow. Brilliant. That's incredible. That's brilliant. Brilliant.
So let's talk about this. Everybody everybody has a utility bill of some kind, most likely. And if you don't have a house and you're not paying utility bills, you have a cell phone bill. Hello, Imagine your $100 a month cell phone bill being, if you have that $100, imagine that being $125 before you pay the cell phone bill, right? There you go.
Yeah.
How about earning interest on the money that you have before you spend it?
That's interesting. Wait. So making money on the money I have right now
before you spend it.
Before I spend it.
Mm-hmm.
So Eugene, my money will be making money
while you're spending
for
it.
me while I'm spending. All right, you got to explain that, because that's phenomenal. That's a brain buster right there. I don't know how many, I don't know anybody that wouldn't want to do that. So tell me more about that.
I don't either, but you know what? People are skeptical. It sounds too good to be true. But it's not too good to be true, because I'm pretty sure there's nobody who's listening to this that can tell me I haven't heard of Walt Disney or the Rockefellers.
No, well,
or McDonald's. That's Ray Kroc, okay?
Right, yeah.
Or Doris Wagner, she started Pampered Chef. Or Berkshire Hathaway, one of the biggest real estate development, real estate companies on the planet, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 65 years ago, this guy named Nash created this concept for the wealthy of the wealthy of the wealthy. Some of the names I just mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
What that is that they became their own banks. Instead of borrowing from a bank and paying interest on it,
mm-hmm.
they created their own bank so they earn interest on their money and can borrow from themselves. But here's the part that seems unbelievable, but is true. When you borrow from yourself, you're still earning interest on the money like it's still there. So this was created for the wealthy of the wealthy, and this is how over the last 65 years, in some of our most egregious economic downturns, their wealth has continued to skyrocket. And guess what, guys? This money you're earning is tax-free. There's no penalty to use your money. It's your bank. You use it how you see fit. So imagine, guys, taking the $2,500 a month you make now and being able to put some of that to work to have a retirement that you now know you will never have. There's no way right now, even if you continue to contribute to a 401k for 20 years and a $2,500 a month job, that you will have enough to retire. There's inflation. 401s are highly taxable, and they're the most risky thing on the planet, because every time the market does something, it does too. And if it goes down, it goes down with it.
So, I mean, you know what? First of all, if anybody has any questions for Lori, you can call her. Her number's on the bottom of the screen. So you have any questions for her, you could call her at that number. What's that number again, Lori? I give that number out.
577 3050. Again, it's 577 3050. And guess what, guys? It's in my hand 24/7.
Yeah. So you need to call her. I know some of you are like, this girl is tripping. I was like, yeah, that's what I thought too. But it works and people are doing it. And so it's only people that see where the value of wanting to save their money, not just save it, but have their money actually work for them.
Our money should work for us, not work against us.
Putting my money to work.
So I have two questions. How much are you willing to lose? And if you say you're willing to lose some, then I don't know. But I don't know anybody who's willing to lose what they've worked for. So
are you kidding?
That's what I do, is I help people protect and grow what they already have without any risk, zero risk. There's nothing out there that can attack this account. It's 100% protected. It's protected from
what? From who?
It's protected from lawsuits. It's protected from any type of, there's nothing that can touch this money. It's protected 100%.
What about termites? Can termites get to it?
Nope, no termites. So here's one. Let's
Lori's looking at me like, yeah, really?
let's take this up one more notch. Okay,
Okay,
this
go
is
ahead.
what I'm
Talk to
doing.
me.
So October's focus, I'm doing a lot of this right now,
Hmm.
is imagine you small business owners out there. Are you a doctor? Are you a dentist? Are you a tow truck driver? Do you have a tow company? Any type of company out there, right? So let's say you have a company and you were to look at it right now and its value if you sold it was $1 million.
Hmm.
You can put one of these in place where you take your profits every month, drop it in here, earn interest on your payroll money, earn interest on the money that you're utilizing to grow your business, your advertising, what have you, grow interest on that money while you're paying that stuff, and continue to have your profits pay that back. So imagine in 5 years now, when you go to sell your business for $1 million, because this account has accrued so quickly and you continue to push your payroll and your bills and what have you through it. Now you have this bank over here attached to your business that also has $1 million. So you now have a business that's only worth a million to sell, but it's worth 2 million because you have 2 million sitting in your cash account, or you have $1 million sitting in your cash account. That's what we're doing for businesses.
Oh, no, you know what that was? That was me being speechless, and that's rare. Okay, so that's not something that happens too often. No, I mean, Lori, that's a fantastic thing. You know, most people are really just asking the question, like, how? How does this work?
Do you want me to tell you now, or should they have to call to ask?
Well, you know what? I would say that. I would say that you have to call to ask. Give them the number one more time.
It's 425-577-3050. And it's really simple, guys. Let me just say this. If you go through the Starbucks drive-through and you give the guy $5 for a coffee, that $5 will never work for you again. It's theirs. What if we took the $5 and we put it through your bank and it made $1 every time before you spent it?
Mm,
And it continues to earn interest even after you finish that cup of coffee.
wow. All right.
That cup of coffee tastes that much better.
It would. It would. And wait. Now, before we go, I know you're recruiting people as well. I mean, you have a new brand. You know, you revamped your business. Now you're looking to empower people to do what you do.
Well,
Uh,
thank you.
yes.
Thank you for
Tell.
saying that, because
Yes.
ultimately that's the thing. I'm not looking to, so first of all, insurance is not sexy. Never has been. We think about insurance. If you're old enough, you remember the frumpy old guy with the glasses who smelled like cigarettes, who came to your door in a cheap suit, sold you a policy and left. Okay, that insurance isn't sexy. When we're talking about life insurance, we're talking about death. Nobody wants to talk about it, but guess what? It's our only guarantee, and tomorrow's not promised. But here's the thing. We don't call ourselves salespeople here. We don't sell insurance. We go out, we protect families. We help
Mhm.
them make sure that their families will never have to lose because the inevitable happens or accidents happen. Somebody doesn't come home. We just went through COVID. I mean, we're going through COVID right now. We don't know. We just don't know what we don't know. So we go out and we help protect families. Now, you said recruiting. Yeah, that's the activity. But ultimately, what it is that I'm doing, and you said empower, is that I started out this call by saying spent the last year and a half here just kind of getting my foundation about this, because now it's, for me, it's not building a team, it's not recruiting, it's not I want to go out and mentor and lead people into something that they otherwise do not believe they're capable of or will have in their life. I
Wow.
want to help people empower themselves to
Nice.
be their business owner, to take back their life, to never miss their children's activities again, to never
Wow.
have to say no to their family because they have to check in with an employer. And I want to show them that they can create a financial legacy that will change their families' lives. So we're not
Wow.
talking here about a job, we're talking about a lifestyle.
That's powerful. That's powerful. For those of you who are looking for something you can do either on the side or full time, listen, nothing greater than being able to be independent and be with your family in the process of building wealth with Velocity Wealth Protection. So you see the number at the bottom of the screen, make that call, find out how you can do this. There is nothing that is too impossible to be done, especially when you put your mind and your heart to it. And of course, God is in it as well. So, yeah. So listen, we're very excited about it, Lori. Hoorah. I think you're going to do an amazing thing. And can't wait to see the end result. We're going to be back. Anyway, this is Lori's segment. All right. Lori, thank you. And for giving me the chance to interview you. And I think again, you're going to be doing some awesome things with your company. Take care, everybody. Oscar Capella is coming up next, and we will see you in a few minutes.
Thanks, Bill.
Bye.
Thanks, Transactional Network.
Woo-hoo.